Hey there, Capricorn, getting ready to do your reading. This is going to be a collective reading for the sign of Capricorn. The reading may not resonate with every one of you. Just take what does resonate, obviously, and leave the rest, as always. This is actually a new channel. Actually moving over from Instagram onto YouTube, so all right, let's see what we have coming up here. All the cards have been shuffled. By the way, I'm just going through them again. Spirit guides and angels. What do we have coming up for the sign of Capricorn? Okay, very good. In terms of their person, we have one flipped. Oh, hello. Okay. Seven of Cups, Death card. Okay. Oh, look at this. My goodness. Nice start, Cap. Okay. All right. Let's see what I'm seeing here. And by the way, this is meant to be a relationship reading in terms of your person. So if anything else comes up, obviously I will cover it, but please know that that's what it's intended to be. And obviously immediately I'm getting a very strong pull to that anyway, but I just wanted to let you know because my readings sometimes do vary in that sense, because I do like to let you guys know whatever I get. Okay, the first card that came out, of course, is Seven of Cups. The next one is going to be Death. We've got Eight of Wands, and then, of course, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So what I'm seeing here is in the past, it looks like somebody could have had quite a bit of options here, and you can see. And what I'm getting from this is there's a person here that was having difficulty making a decision, it appears, about some of the options that they had, not knowing what to choose. And by the way, this doesn't have to be other people. Clearly, you know your situation better than I do. It is general. But the other options that could have been keeping them away was, do I focus my time, on myself? Do I focus my time on work? Do I focus my time on new projects that I may have? Whatever, what have you, on friends, whatever the options were. Anyway, it seems to me like they were having a very difficult time choosing. Oh, I just heard, but you chose for them. Okay, so this is probably a situation where you have walked away. I do see the Death card coming out next here. I do love the way, this is actually the Arcanum that I'm using. I love this Death card just because, I don't know why, whenever I look down and I'm able to see the flower on the sword, just something about it. Obviously death is not just about dying, it is also about a rebirth, and that is strongly what I'm feeling. What I heard was that you made the decision, that you walked away from them towards your happiness is definitely what I'm getting. But also with this person, what I'm getting here is that due to that, you have kind of sent them into their own well, it's a wake-up call. I would say an awakening. Awakening seems very strong, but it very well could be. I certainly think that they're having some realizations right now. I feel like they want to come in and give you some kind of truth. At this point, I do feel like they held back quite a bit on you, Capricorn, for whatever reason. Maybe they just were not sure. Maybe okay, and this may just be for a handful of you, but for some of you, I'm feeling like I don't think they expected to feel so much so quickly. Maybe it kind of shook them a little bit, and so they did withdraw to where they felt a little more comfortable. I'm definitely getting that very strongly. By the way, I am an intuitive reader, so a lot of times I'll get a lot of additional stuff off of cards that normal tarot won't have in there, just so that you know those are hits that I'm getting clairaudiently, as well as just through my intuitive gifts. Okay. What I do feel is that this person is wanting to communicate, and they're wanting to come in fast. They're wanting to take some kind of action to get things going. Again, I feel like there's been some kind of recognition of who you are in terms of to them, or what they can actually have with you, or how much you actually matter. Because the next card coming out, of course, is going to be the Queen of Pentacles. And we know the Queen of Pentacles is a very stable well put together person. And obviously Capricorns are known for this, right? They're known for, you know, making money, being very grounded, basically the business head of the zodiac, right? But also you can see around her just all the abundance she has. She's just a very stable person. So this is how they're actually seeing you. So they're wanting to bring in this communication, it feels like, and very quickly. So it wouldn't shock me if you started getting some kind of messages. If they, honestly, they could even come towards you depending on how far you are. But this usually indicates to me communication of some sort. So I feel like it's going to be coming fast too, right? Because that's what this card, that's what the Eight of Wands is, fast communication. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get a little more clarity on this. So, Spirit Guides and Angels, show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn's person. How are they feeling right now about Capricorn? What are their feelings now as it relates to Capricorn? Oh, yes. They are definitely in their head about this situation. We have the Nine of Swords here. Feel like they could really be stressing out over the situations. Obviously, we know this is the Nightmare card as well, right? This person, you can clearly see on the card, is super distressed, cannot rest, cannot get this off. The swords are about, you know, the air sign, or I'm sorry, the swords anyway are about thinking, right? Being in your head. Obviously, a lot of thinking going on here, but to the point where it's just like overwhelming. She can't escape it on this specific card, and that's exactly where your person is right now. So that would make sense to me while they're kind of going through this kind of death and rebirth, this epiphany of sorts of, oh my God. And also there may also be an ego death involved here. Like maybe they just had to get out of their own way so that they could come forward to you. That's what I'm getting. All right. Spirit Guides and Angels. And 2 more cards in terms of how Capricorn's person is thinking and feeling about them, please. At this time, Capricorn's person thinking and feeling about them, please. And what is their next action? Oh, 3 of Pentacles. Very good. So yes, they're wanting to work with you. They're coming in. They want to come in, actually have these conversations. Start up communication, I'm hearing again. So a lot of you may not even be speaking to this specific person. I don't see any cards to indicate it, but I'm definitely feeling that way. They are really struggling with this. They just want to come together and try to work together again. Now this is also a card because it is a work card. You could have also met this person at work. Okay, you could work around this person. That could also be what a lot of the strife is about, because they're wanting to make something happen, but they're a bit conflicted about it. How do I make it happen and still work with this person? Oh no, hang on. I had a card that flipped over and I didn't see it. There it is. Page of Pentacles. Okay. And here we have an offer. All right. So I know a page is small potatoes, especially compared to a Queen of Pentacles. But it's not really about, you know, a lot of people might look at this card, and I've heard them say this, oh, you know, that's just too small for me, or that's just too childish. You know, it's a start. That's what it is. It's a start. It's a small offer, but it is the beginning of something. Again, this is a person that is so deep in their head. They may be wondering if you will even take their offer, if it's even worth it to come and give it to you. I definitely feel a lot of fear around this situation. So again, I'm going to say maybe you do work together, or maybe there's just been some disappointment in the past. That has led them to kind of feel possibly even a little bit intimidated to be coming in like this. You know, this doesn't usually scream to me confident. But again, this is more about an energy, right? This is someone who is coming in with something just to kind of get things flowing. But the thing I love about Pentacles are stable energy. Okay, so whatever they're offering, I do believe that it's going to be genuine. So this is actually quite good. Now, regardless that they had, you know, these options in the past or not, you know, again, these options may have also, another option could have been, especially around the storyline of the work, you know, could have been, you know, do I go for this? Or do I just leave it alone? Is this going to impair my work? Do I just focus on work, or do I go for the person that I want to be with? They really, really feel a lot for you, and that's what I'm getting so strongly. Whoever I'm reading for, There's a lot of emotion here, a lot of attraction, I feel. Let's look at the romance angels. There. Spirit guides and angels, romance angels. What messages do you have today for my Capricorns? What messages do you have today for my Capricorns regarding their person? I usually start with these, but something just had me go straight into the tarot today, so I do it a little bit differently. Spirit guides and angels, what messages do you have for my Capricorns today, please? You don't want to talk? There we go. All right. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to receive and give the highest energy of all. Okay. So you may be a little bit closed off as well to this person. It could be because of something this person has done. Just kind of looking here, especially if they did have options in the past and weren't giving you kind of what you wanted. And it could also very well be from another situation. Like I said, you have to kind of decide what fits with your particular story. But for many of you, I do think that this person might have, I don't know if they gave you the runaround a little bit or didn't fully come through. Or maybe I'm getting a lot about mixed signals, maybe some mind games, whatever it was. Obviously that would make you a little bit more reserved too. So whatever it is, whether it's past or whether it's with this particular person, either way, it is safe for you to love, they're saying. Ooh, past life relationship. Okay, so this might be a very, very deep soul connection. It says you have known each other before. Okay, if you're feeling a super deep connection, that would explain a lot of this right here, especially the Nine of Swords that your person is certainly feeling, staying in their head, being up, probably probably pretty upset that they can't pull things together. Also with the Death card, I talked earlier about going through an ego death. It could very well be that way, and a lot of times that is needed, because when we get into past life relationships, when we start running across people that we have been with before, it is so strong. It can be absolutely overwhelming. It will definitely put you in your head trying to figure things out, and many of us have to go through an ego death to be able to I want to say adjust in a sense and become the person who we're supposed to be. So beautiful. Okay, let's look at the hidden oracle. All right, Spirit guides and angels, what would Capricorn's person want to say to her? I'm sorry, her or him. What would Capricorn's person want to say to them, please? What message does Capricorn's person want to convey? Energy is so funny today, right? It's, we're right after this full moon, which is about letting go. Oh, I wish things could be different. I replay our conversations over and over. Okay, so you must have had, again, this has got to be somebody that you probably already dealt with before. It could also be the other scenario around work, because clearly they would want things to be different as well. Maybe they feel a little hesitant or have in the past about moving forward, because it might, it might stir some things up if you're around the job. But also, perhaps they're also in a different situation is what I just got. Now that may only be for a handful of you guys, so if it doesn't resonate, like I said, just put it to the side. I did hear that though, so maybe you met somebody and they were already involved with someone else, but they're still going through all of this. They're still obviously having the recognition of you being a past life relationship. Obviously they're staying up, they're having to deal with their own ego and go through a death, or go through their own ego death over this. Anyway, regardless, they're saying I wish things could be different, and also that they replay your relationship. I'm sorry, that they replay your conversations over and over. I have no idea why I can't talk today. What is going on? Okay. That they replay your conversations over and over. So maybe you said something to this person. Maybe you guys spoke. If you didn't speak on the phone, maybe you texted back and forth, and they actually look over these conversations over and over. Some of you may have actually conveyed to this person too what your feelings were. Just was very honest with them in terms of what you wanted, and they could have felt a little scared at the time, but I feel like that is strongly something that is being considered at this time. All right, give me one more message, guys and angels. I wonder if this person might have a blocked throat chakra too. You guys most of y'all cannot be in communication is what I'm feeling, or definitely not a lot of communication, because I'm really struggling over here. All right. One more message, Spirit Guides and Angels, from the Hidden Oracle. See if we can get something out of this person. One more message here from Capricorn's person. All right, this one is trying to flip. Ooh, I know that I crossed the line with you. Okay, so something may have actually happened, and I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Look at that. This person is definitely figuring out what this relationship is, and also the depth of the relationship to even come in and say that. They said, I know that I crossed the line with you, though. So this tells me that maybe they said something to you that was deeply offensive. Maybe you caught them in a lie. Maybe you found out that they had someone else. Definitely feeling like they crossed a line. They crossed a major boundary with you. And honestly, you were probably the one that actually cut them off, if that is actually the case, and walked the other way. So I'm going to wrap this up, but just so that you know, this person is definitely going through it, okay? They are definitely losing sleep over this. They are definitely in their head over this. They are definitely feeling the pain, I will say, of their past actions, going through this death. But the beauty is, you know, with death also comes rebirth, okay? And they are wanting to come in with communication. Obviously, they do see you as this very beautiful, grounded, stable person that they do want to build with. As you can see here, teamwork, right? They want to work with you, they want to build with you, and they want to bring you this offer, okay? So this is actually quite beautiful. It's very difficult sometimes when we go through something hard, but I'm going to assume if you're here watching this, you know, maybe you have a glimmer of hope, or maybe you just need clarification on what is taking place here. You clearly made an impression on this person one way or the other, regardless of what you try to do. Okay, so that is your reading today, Capricorn. I will be back in a week for another reading. All right, thank you so much. Bye.